Hey future doctors, today we are going to see about iron deficiency anemia. So basically what do you mean by anemia? That is the decrease in Hb concentration or decrease in RBC count. So iron deficiency anemia, this is the most common type of anemia and it develops due to inadequate availability of iron for the hemoglobin synthesis. There are four things which cause the iron deficiency anemia. So first is if there is decreased intake of iron, that is in the milk-fed infants, and increased loss of blood or iron, that is in the case of acute hemorrhage or chronic hemorrhage. In the case of peptic ulcer, piles, increased menstrual blood flow. Then third is increased demand in the case of infancy, childhood, pregnancy, menstruation, and defective utilization due to decreased absorption in diseases of stomach or duodenum. So these are some causes of IDA. Now we are going to see about etiology and pathogenesis. So if there is decreased red cell production, then there will be the cytoplasm defect, and if there is a defect in the cytoplasm, then they also get affected. So there will be defect in the heme production, which will lead to iron deficiency anemia. So now we are going to see about pathogenesis. So basically in pathogenesis there are three stages. So first is stage 1. In this there will be the iron depletion. Iron, it will maintain the Hb level, and here the ferritin level get decreased and storage will also get decreased. Then stage 2, the case gets worsened. Then the iron deficiency erythropoiesis, it will lower the serum Fe, as well as transferrin, it will get decreased, and MCV and MCHC, it will get normal. That is volume and Hb concentration and all the concentration, it will be normal. Stage 3, there will be serum Fe, it will also get low. Then ferritin transferrin levels will also get low. Then there will be impaired Hb production, and central pallor of RBC, it will get increased. Now there are some laboratory findings. So first is of peripheral blood, then is of peripheral smear. So in the case of peripheral blood, the Hb as well as hematocrit, it will get decreased. Now what do you mean by hematocrit? It is the packed cell volume of RBCs. Then MCV, MCH, MCHC, this all level get decreased, as well as RDW, that red cell density width, it will get increased. Peripheral smear, so in this case RBC will be microcytic, it means the size of RBC it will get small, as well as it will be hypochromic, and poikilocytes will be also there. Then in the case of severe anemia, the RBC will look like ring pessary cells. Then in moderate anemia, it will look like pencil cigar shape. Here the WBC and platelet count will be normal, but the reticulocyte count, it will get decreased for the degree of anemia. And bone marrow, it will also show micronormoblastic erythroid hyperplasia, that is there will be increase in number of cell production. Then the cellularity, it will moderately hypercellular. Then erythropoiesis, there will be hyperplasia, it means number of cells will get increased. Then myelopoiesis and megakaryopoiesis, it is normal. Now as you can see in this figure, the RBCs are microcytic as well as they are hypochromic in nature. Now there are some serum iron profiles in the iron deficiency anemia. So here serum ferritin, serum iron and serum transferrin. This all will get decreased, and the total plasma iron binding capacity, it will get increased. So here as we know that in the case of anemia, the cells will require more and more iron. So if whenever we intake the iron, it will grasp it. So the plasma iron binding capacity, it is increased. Then serum transferrin receptor, this is also increased, and red cell protoporphyrin, it is also increased. Now there are some clinical features of IDA. Basically the onset of IDA, it is insidious, it means it will come gradually. Then the non-specific symptoms such as fatigue, palpitations, breathlessness, weakness, irritability, this will also be seen. Then Patterson-Kelly or Plummer-Vinson syndrome. So this is most important syndrome in which microcytic hypochromic anemia will be there, as well as atrophic glossitis and esophageal webs will be there. Now what do you mean by atrophic glossitis? So it is also known as the smooth tongue, and it is an inflammatory condition which is characterized by partial or complete loss of papillae. And next is esophageal webs. So basically if this is a esophagus, there will be membrane-like folds of tissues around the esophagus, that is known as esophageal webs. The next is congestive heart failure in the severe anemia. And CNS, there will be craving for substances with a no nutritional value such as clay or chalk, or there will be craving of ice. Now there are some physical findings also such as angular stomatitis and glossitis, then chronic atrophic gastritis, and there will be spoon nails. So basically in a normal there it will look like this, but here it will look like this. So there will be a spoon shaped formation. So this was all about iron deficiency anemia.